Hello and welcome to another Kung Fu packed edition of Jim Johnson Reviews the World, where it's my channel, so I'll do whatever the heck I want. And this today is cook it and eat it, and we're gonna make some delicious, healthy stir-fried rice, enough for the whole family to entice. All right, after that little drum solo, we're ready to get cooking. Again, we're making the most delicious, healthy chicken fried rice you've ever had. And let's go through our list of ingredients. We got a bag of rice cauliflower. You can use whole cauliflower and make your own rice cauliflower. And this bag here would be about the equivalent of 1 head of cauliflower cooked in rice. We got a bag of stir-fried vegetable blend, 16 ounces. We have pre-cooked brown rice. That was a 1.5 cups pre-cooked size. And to it, I've added a little bit of oil, basil after it was cooked, salt, and garlic. We also have about a cup of onion and pepper blend. We have 2 whole chicken breasts, pre-cooked and cut. We got about a 1.5 cups of mixed vegetable blend. We got about 3/4 cup, 2/3 cup of teriyaki sauce. This is homemade, but that's for another video. And then we got a whole plethora of spices we'll get into later. Low sodium soy sauce. Always low sodium soy sauce, folks. Keep that sodium and cholesterol content down. We got Worcestershire sauce, and we got grapeseed oil for stir frying. I got my handy dandy electric skillet here. We got it cranked up to a little over 375. Now we're stir frying, so we want to be cooking it with heat. Now how I know the temperature I like to stir fry at is I let it warm up nice. Grab my little spray bottle, and I give it a squirt. About 5 seconds. About 5 seconds for that to dissolve. So that's just a pinch low. We want that to be 3.5, 4 seconds. So I'm going to crank this up just a little bit more. But we're going to grab that oil and be right back to start frying. All right, we're back. I've got about 2.5 tablespoons of grapeseed oil that's heated in my skillet. So what we're going to do is go in with the vegetables first, the frozen vegetables. All the kids in the pool as fast as you can, and then clamp that lid on to keep that steam and that oil from getting all over your glasses, because that's a pain in the butt to clean off. So here we go. Stir-fry vegetable blend. 1. Onions and peppers. 2. Mixed veg. 3. Nope, there goes the corn. And clamp it on. Clamp it on. Just walk away. Give it a couple minutes, and then we'll start stir frying, adding seasonings and everything else. We'll be right back. Okay, it's been about 3 or 4 minutes. We let these vegetables start frying, steaming with the heat a little bit, or how I know, nice glass clear lid, how I know I'm ready to start turning this and frying it up. Got those vegetables all thawed out and ready to go. See all these little beads of moisture from the steam building up in here. We're going to take that lid off. We don't need that excess moisture, so we're just going to drain that in our sink that's next to our cooking area here. And now let's give her a stir. See if I can go right-handed. Look at that. See all that excess water in there? We don't really need that. So the only problem with using frozen vegetables for stir frying is you end up with extra moisture. So all right, I'm going to let this cook with the lid off for just a couple minutes, get rid of some of that extra moisture. And all right, I broke those carrots down into smaller pieces for my preference, and we gave it a chance cooking with the lid off for a lot of that excess moisture to go ahead and steam off. So now we're going to come on with our first dose of flavoring. Worcestershire sauce. A couple shakes of that. A little drizzle of that low sodium soy. And now we've got cilantro, crushed red pepper, basil leaves, chopped chives, black pepper, ground ginger, garlic powder, oregano, cumin, minced onion, and Southwest seasoning. I'm going to go ahead and add about a 1/2 tablespoon of all these, except for the cumin and Southwest seasoning. That would be about a 1/4 tablespoon, or just a heavy pinch. And the garlic, we're going to go for a whole. Everything else is a 1/2, except for the cumin and Southwest seasoning. That's a 1/4 teaspoon. All right, we'll be right back after we add that dose of flavor. All right, we're back. We took all the seasonings to the pool. And I did want to mention, some of you may or may not like things hot, so that crushed red pepper, that would be to taste. And I'd also say the same thing with not the garlic, plenty of garlic. If you don't like garlic, I don't know what's wrong with you. But with the ginger, that would also be to taste. Again, we had about a half teaspoon, but some people I know are real sensitive to ginger. So let's give her a stir. All that excess moisture is gone now, and we're starting to fry. Try to keep my shoulder and my microphone cable out of the camera eye here. I noticed that on a couple of my other videos. This is real time, folks. The more I cook for you, the better I'm good at cooking for you. All right. Now let's, veggies are looking pretty good right now. Let's pull that off to the side, best we can. Get that excess spice off back in there. Oops, I'm not. All right, now that our veggies are all seasoned and nicely softened up, we're going to add just another little pinch of oil to our skillet. And then we're going to go on with our cauliflower rice. All right, cauliflower rice, this one happens to have some seasonings already in it, but you can use plain stuff too. What in the heck are those big chunks? I've never seen those in my rice before. It's a garlic and herb rice. Maybe that's the garlic and herb seasoning that's... Now let's... Yeah, I guess that's the seasoning, huh? I've never seen it in this rice in the big clumps like this before. We're going to get this all turned over a couple times here. Broken up. Hey, folks, look at that. Garlic herb seasoning blocks. You know what I say? Never to miss an opportunity to add flavor. And I guess we're adding some flavor extra today. It's going to come out just as good. All right, we're going to stir this up for a couple minutes and get it cooking, and we'll be right back with you. Oh, also, before we cut, once this gets stirred up a couple times, we're going to add a splash of soy sauce to it. All right, we got that cauliflower rice nicely cooked up and started. A little splash of soy sauce, like I said, a little bit of brown from cooking it. It picked up some of the vegetables, but that's no big deal. Now let's move into the finishing, or the home stages of this recipe. Now let's go on with that chicken. That was two, probably medium large size chicken breasts, pre-cooked. And then we're going to start putting that brown rice in on top. A hawk just landed outside my my kitchen window. Awesome. I see ducks out there sometimes too. See, he's got a nest about 2 yards over in a tall tree. Anyway, that's enough of being distracted. All right, there's the rice, the brown rice. Let's stir that up. Start getting that. Let's go ahead and start getting everything incorporated as we can. I'm going to get this all incorporated and we'll be right back. Okay, that's some almost done stir-fried rice. I incorporated everything, mixed it all through nice, and let it brown up a little bit. And now we're down to the finishing touches, which will be this cup of teriyaki sauce. Again, I homemade it, but that's a recipe for another day. So we're going to drizzle that in. This is what's going to give it our final punch. And at this point, you can go ahead and kill the heat. And now toss one more time to combine and or coat. And we'll be ready to burn our tongue off eating this super hot fried rice. All right, friends, and you are my friends. Here we have it, our finished up chicken, cauliflower, and brown rice stir-fried rice. Now, a big thing is, folks, when you're stir-frying at home, you want to always make sure you have all your ingredients, all your seasonings, everything you're going to need to cook with laid out here. Because if you turn away, you need to go mess with something, find something, you might end up burning things. That didn't happen here, but that's just a word of the wise. Now, let us scoop some of this into our bowl. And let it cool off for just a minute. Now that's another thing about fried, not even fried rice, but stir-fried things. Once you get them cooked, boy, they're going to stay hot for a while. So you can cook that, walk away from it, 20, 30, probably about 30 minutes would be your max. Later, come back, stir it up, serve up, and feed the family. Now again, I'm saying this is enough for at least 3 people. Possibly even up to 5, even 6, depending upon how big of an eater you are, if you had some type of pot sticker appetizer or something. But this is meant to be a healthy meal, so let's skip the pot stickers today. All right, I've given this just a couple minutes to cool off, so I won't burn my face off. But here is our finished fried rice. Let's give it a taste and see how she did. Wunderbar. Wonderful. These veggies have just enough snap left in them. Even though a lot of the sugar snap peas broke in half, they still got enough snap left in them. And the texture differences between that fried cauliflower rice and that fried brown rice, just real nice. Tons of flavor. It's like a flavor explosion in my mouth. Chicken's delicious. Broken up a little bit because the way I pre-cooked it. It's delicious. Got a little bit of heat from that crushed red pepper. That ginger comes through a little bit. Oh, man. Whew. This is delicious. This is one of my favorite recipes to make. It's so good for you. All you really have is brown rice, chicken, veg, and seasonings. Man, oh. Whew. I gotta sit down and have a cigarette after that. Not really. No smoking, kids. That's just wonderful. That's just delicious. You gotta try this at home. It might have seemed a little bit more complicated than it is, but really stir frying is just a matter of processes. Have everything set up, ready to go, ready to rock and roll. Toss it in there, keep things moving. And hey, I did it. I didn't mess it up, and I was recording a video at the same time, so it's all good. Thank you all for joining us here on Jim Johnston Reviews the World and Cook It and Eat It. That's all we have for you today. And remember, folks, if Jim can cook, so can you. Have a nice one.